came up in the mud. They said I'd never be none. They said I'd never be rich. They said I'd never be anything. I told them, get off my dick.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. And this time I am going to be showing you a new indicator from my boy, Luis Paneso. He is the creator of the ATM algo indicator as well that I have shown here on my channel. If you haven't checked it yet, you can go here on the top right corner. I will have a playlist there for that particular indicator. This is a paid indicator. I'm actually partnering with Paneso, and I will explain and break down how this indicator works, what type of trader can actually use this indicator, because let me just say right here, it is not especially for scalpers, even though the ATM indicator is perfectly for scalpers. This one in particular is more for, let's say, swing traders. The main time frame normally is 1 hour. You can go down to the 15-minute. Don't recommend getting any lower than that, because the data you're going to receive is pretty much from higher time frame. So what you get here, this indicator does not reprint. That's a very cool feature, that whenever you're starting to see the signs, the market, the indicator is not going to be reprinting the lines that you see right here on the chart at the moment. And you can also see that it also gives you a take profit. It will show you a take profit and a stop loss. And this is totally customizable. You can change a lot of things. You can also, you see at the top, at the bottom right corner, right here, you can see that it does have a lot size calculator right there, which is a pretty cool option. Let me break down here first a couple of things before I actually jump in on how this thing works and how you can use it. But let's go ahead and start with the lot size calculator right there. I just wanted to see this right quick here. We see that, let's say you are on a funded account. Let's say you have a, I don't know, a $50,000 account. You select the maximum risk, okay? Let's say you want to risk only 1% per trade. And right here, we see that, just get out. Right here, you select the size, okay, the amount of pips that you want to be risking. In this particular case, let's just go ahead and see how many pips are right here. About 60 pips. So normally from here to here, I actually have about 50. That's 50 pips. So the indicator will calculate that 50 right there. Now you have another option right here, which is called buffer. The buffer, basically, it will give you an extra, like you see that this red line where it says 190704, that price right there. The buffer is that you are going to be 10 pips lower, 10 pips below the buffer line. So basically, let's say you want to, just in case, you want to put 20 pips, like just in case price happen to go a little deeper, you can actually change that. And you see how it changed right there. I'm still within the 1-to-1 risk to reward. And it is just, nice. Sometimes you want to give it a little room depending on what's happening on the day, on where you're positioned. But that's a pretty cool option as well. You want to say just 10 pips, like just in case. 10 pips is more than enough to me. So I'm just going to go ahead just like that. Perfect. All right. So you can also change as you see here, the risk to reward. You want to go 1 to 2. You select just 2 right there. Click OK. And then boom, right there, you see the market is actually showing you where the 1 to 2 is going to be. It's telling you right here at the bottom what the lot size is going to be. If you're using a 50 pip stop loss, the percentage 1%, and you have a $50,000 account, this should be your lot size. So that's a pretty cool option, because sometimes doing the math, I know it gets frustrating doing the calculation and everything, and this completely does it for you. So now let's go ahead. I normally recommend, and he normally recommends as well, the 1-to-1 or 1-to-1.5 risk to reward. You can still increase this to whatever you want, but with this strategy, guys, 1-to-1, it's always the best. It's quick and easy to reach, or 1-to-1.5 at least. Okay, you want to go higher than that, it's up to you. Okay, I'm just telling you what are the best, in this case, things to use with this one. Now, we normally see that you're going to get some buy and sell signals. I can't go actually on replay mode. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow, right? Or like right now, if I go back right here, it's not going to be giving me like real data. So it's just not going to it's not going to work. It's not going to be showing me the best thing. It doesn't work on replay mode, so that's the only thing that we don't have it here, unfortunately. If you get this indicator, you're going to have to backtest, a lot of backtesting, but real time. Okay, this indicator does not reprint, as I said in the beginning. Once these lines start actually drawing on the charts, it's not going to reprint. Okay, you normally, I can actually go bar replay, but within the day, within the same day. If I go back here, the data that is going to be showing me is totally different, and it's not going to work out. So I'm just going to go ahead right here today. This entry was actually given today on Wednesday, and I will actually go just right here just to show you. Now, if you use your confluences, all right, again, not using an indicator just blindly because it's giving you an entry. If you can combine this with your price action like support, resistance, it's always a plus. You can always get better results whenever you combine key levels like support, resistance. In this case, we see the price recently broke a previous high. We are already getting some sort of signal right here. It's starting to print up. It's already printing my levels right here. So this is my entry point. Okay, it's going to be my entry point. This is where basically the stop loss should be. And at this point, when you start seeing this thing being printed out on the charts, you can actually start placing long positions. So you can place buy limit orders. Okay. Remember, normally it's going to give you a 1 to 1.5. Okay, if that's what you want to get, or 1 to 1.5. Okay, like if that's what you want. Remember the 10 pips stop loss just below right there, right? You can, I already know that, so I'm already placing it just somewhere there above. So, or you can just wait. You don't place any position. You just simply wait for price to get to the zone, all right, and give you the entry. So let me go back here just to show you as well. You see this option here called test and candle closure. Look at what it's going to do with this. First, I'm on test mode right now. I'm on the test mode. So look at what it's going to do. So on the test mode, it's giving me already the buy. You're right there. The price got into the zone, right? And it's giving me the buy. But look at what happens when I actually change this from test to candle closure. Of course, look at what's happening. It's not giving me the buy. Why is not giving me the buy? Because normally it's up to you. This is like an option that you can choose from. You want the price. If the candle that is touching the zone touches and retraces back up, it's going to give you the signal, right? In this case, I'm in candle closure, right? So it's not giving me the signal at candle closure. The body of the candle closed actually below, so it's not giving me the signal right now. Okay, so on test, it's actually going to give me the signal no matter what. Either if it closed below or closed above, it's going to give me the signal no matter what. So it's sort of a filter, let's say, right? If you don't want to get every entries done, or you don't want to get every signals, then you can decide to go to candle closure. It's up to you, right? Or you want to leave it in test, and it's going to always give you that buy. So what happened after that? You see that you're getting that buy. So if it's getting you the buy right there, let's say, boom, you enter right there. That's your entry, your stop loss here, and then your take profit. You can leave it right there. Or as I mentioned, if you already programmed your buy, if you place a buy limit order somewhere there, it's already activated, right? And you're risking your 1 to 1.5 risk to reward. And this is your lot size, 1.58 lot size. Let's see what the price does from there. You see, so it's quick and easy. It might looks like it did reach really quick, but hey, this is on a 1 hour. So this is no longer scalping. You could have the actual time now to trade. Let's say you have a job, you work 9 to 5. You don't have the time to be on the charts the entire day watching, and looking for setups. So if you know that you see price, let's say this was on Tuesday, price recently broke a previous support, right? And it's already starting to print the lines right there, which is going to be your buy. If you know that you're above a support, price probably is going to go ahead and go down, retest the zone, right? Just support and resistance, just basically have a break, retest, and continuation, right? That's what you're looking for. Then you could potentially be placing your buy limit orders, risking only 1% per trade, right? And going for that additional 1.5 reward, okay? Um, I'm not telling you go ahead and risk your entire account with one single trade. That's something stupid to do. Please not. All right. Let me give you. Let me just go ahead and jump into another example right here. This indicator is actually pretty good for sort of swing trading, and for those people who don't have the time to scalp, you can actually use this one. Really, really good. Let me go ahead and give you another example. This other example right here on Euro odd, again on a 1 hour time frame. Again, it's a similar move. You see that price recently, you could use this entire zone right here. You have a support pretty much from here, resistance, price broke that resistance, came back, and then now at the moment is actually pushing up. Still, it's on the way. It's not finished just yet, but it's on the way. Now, at this point, if you're halfway up, this could be a rule, and this should be mandatory whenever you're using any type of strategy. Once you're halfway up, you should be maybe taking partial profits, uh, putting this thing on break even once you're halfway up, right? Look at this side, look at this weeks right here. There's a very, very strong uh, resistance. Price is struggling to break above that zone right there. So, hey, you have to do something. Take profits, please. Take profits, take some partial profits, and maybe even consider placing your stops on break even. Or let's say you're halfway up right there. What you can do, perhaps, this is just me giving you this. This is not part of the the indicator. It is not. But hey, if you enter right there, this is your 1 to 1.5 risk to reward, right? Now you're halfway up. Maybe look where the entry was, right? You can place your stop loss now. You can sort of trail it, like just in case. You can reduce now your entry a little bit, and now you are taking partial profits. Maybe you're not on break even just yet. You want to wait for price to show you signs that it is breaking up. Then maybe you can put it on break even, right? This is just me adding some sort of flavor to this thing, right? But if you just want to follow this thing, guys, please take partial profits once you're halfway up. I know it's a very close, you see, it's a very close distance. We're not too far. You can literally be taking profits on the same day or two maximum, depending on what's happening, right? If you see market is trending, sometimes you're going to get signals when markets is trending to the upside. Cool, right? You can follow the trend, right? You're going to have losses, guys. You're going to have losses. I'm not saying that this is going to, again, that this is, the real deal. This is the holy grail that you're going to have wins all the time. No. Okay. Like, for example, see that what happened in this area. Sort of price was giving you a sell scenario right here, but sort of pushed up. It dropped a little bit, maybe got you some pips right there. Maybe it was not stopping you out. You were sort of on a drawdown, but then drop a little bit, maybe taking some profits here. But then you see price pushed up. Right here, you had another sell, but price actually pushed up a little higher before dropping. So you see, it is going to happen. Losses are going to happen. But if you sort of have an idea of price action, you can say, why would I be selling here? I don't know. Why would I be actually selling there? Like if you're using some sort of a structure, I see a little support. Price is above, like it's not below. You know what I mean? So this sell doesn't make sense to me much, right? Price is above a support. If it was below, okay, I'll think about it. But if it's above, again, not trusting blindly 100% of the time on an indicator. It has to make sense. Hey, price struggle right here. We had a break. Price went up, sort of give you a sell. It dropped a little bit. Okay, maybe got you into some profits. If you were able to put it on break even, fine. But then look at that. Price actually got up and then drop again. But it's giving you like maybe this sale sort of makes more sense. We could have, you can even use some sort of price action or a smart money concept right there. Sort of looks like a little demand supply zone right there where price gave you the sell opportunity to go selling right there. Right. So you see that. Let me see if I can actually go back here because this just happened today as well, Wednesday. So you see the lines were being printed already right there. So it's up to you. You could be actually placing your long positions right there. If you want to go 10 pips below, let's see, something like that. And then 1 to 1.5. That's your TP. So you wait for price to do its thing. Boom, activates. You see that you're, as I mentioned, you're getting the signal because I selected test. If I select candle closure, it's not going to give me anything because did not close. Normally, in order for the candle closure option to print the buy signal, this body of the candle has to close above. Like literally, what it has to do is touch the zone, the blue line, right, and then retrace and close above. If it does that, then it will print the buy, right? Now, if you want the price to the indicator to always show you the buy, then you select test. Okay, so I hope it makes sense. And then from there, price sort of struggle a little bit, but then pushing up, and this is where it currently is at the moment. All right, let me see if I can give you another example right here. All right, so in here we see that this is just happening right now. This is your USD on a 1 hour time frame. Look, I want to show you that what I'm saying is true right here. I'm just going to mark up a line right here. This is the entry, and this is the stop. Okay, I'm placing these lines right there because I'm gonna go to the 15-minute. I don't recommend going or getting lower than 15-minute because, as I mentioned, it's not a scalping thing. It's gonna be showing pretty much in every time. But so it did not change. Those two lines did not change, right? Their position, they're still in within. Even if I go on 15-minute time frame, you see these gray lines that I just marked up. They are still in the same position. They did not move. If I go H4 as well, look at that. If I go H4, they are there, right? The red line, the blue line are just right there, and these are my two little gray lines that I just marked up. So they are not going to change accordingly to the time frame. No, they're multi time frame. Basically, they're going to stay in the same position, which is cool, right? The best time frame to use it is 1 hour, especially 1 hour. You can go to 15-minute, but nothing is going to change, to be honest. So you can stick to the 1 hour. So what should we do here in this case? As I mentioned, price action is always key right here. If you know price has been selling off, Euro USD has been selling off for a long time now, I'm going to try to look for sales, okay? Especially for sales. If I have a support, resistance, a lot better, right? However, right here in this area, I am not getting like a support or a resistance that I would like. Let's see if I can get, no. To be honest, right here, we recently had this break of a structure. Price is just like literally in the middle of nowhere. Let's see on H4, perhaps we have a fair value gap or we have an imbalance. Yeah, there's a lot of imbalance right here in this area. There was a big drop, and you see price printed the option right here. So if I go on a 1 hour, this was also today. So you see price, the candle closed above. If I have the option on candle closure, it's not going to give me the signal. It's going to give me the signal later. You see this one, that's that one candle right there. You see that it tried to go up, but then close below. This is where it's actually giving the signal right there. Okay, so it's sort of filtering out the first move, like just in case, price breaks, it means that most likely is strong and price will continue pushing up, right? So you can actually enter is with the candle that fails to break above that entry zone. You can actually go with that one. If not, if you don't mind, just going on test, and then you take that first entry right there. Anyways, your entry, it's going to be pretty much in the same line, right? Or if you want, you don't place the sell limit order in this case, and you enter once that candle closes and it gives you the sell signal, right? So once that candle closes, this is where you enter. So that means now that if you enter here, your stop loss is still the same. I mean, it's still at that point, but in this case, it's less pips now that you're going to be risking because now you waited. Price was a little higher by the time it closed. So I hope it makes sense. Now, from there, of course, look at what price did. Price actually had a nice drop, really, really nice drop. I'm aiming for a 1 to 1.5. At this point, price sort of went more than halfway down, you see. But at this point, if taking partial profits, maybe even putting it on break even, price pushed up all the way back up, getting out on break even. Now, if you didn't want to put it on break even, probably if you enter there, you could have maybe trailed your stop loss to above that high. Okay, this is probably something you can do. You can test it out. Don't take my word for it. Okay, I'm not always right. I could be wrong. I make mistakes as well. So if you want to test it out, go ahead for yourself and see it for yourself. All right. And so you see that price did go my direction, but then pull back again to the entry point, and it's probably choppy. We also have some news today. You have to be aware of that as well. And when there's news, markets tend to be more choppy, more indecisive. You could get it right, and you can also get it wrong. You can get stopped out as well. Okay, so be careful with the news. If you like trading with news or not, you know. So just be careful with that. You can use this pretty much everywhere, guys. You can use it in cryptocurrencies. You can use it in currency pairs. You can use it on indices, Nasdaq, US 30. However, you have to understand, if you're a beginner, trading indices they move a lot faster, right? If you have a small account and you trade indices like Nasdaq, US 30, S&P 500, you're most likely going to be burning that account like quickly, So it's better to start, if you're a beginner, start with currency pairs, stick to currency pairs, probably gold as well. You could try also gold. This does play out on gold as well. Um, it's a really good thing that you have the tool, to measure and to calculate, because this is one thing that also most people fails. You could have a good setup and everything, but by the time you're risking, you don't have the right risk management, and you end up burning your account anyways. You could get lucky a couple of times. You can maybe even flip your account, right? But then most of the times you're going to actually be losing. So I hope it makes sense, guys. This indicator, as I mentioned, it does not reprint. It is not a scalping indicator. It's more of a swing trader. Okay, you can probably hold. You're gonna need to hold entries for a day or two, depending on what's happening. Okay, if you're, if the day is moving fast, you can actually get your trades, taken right quick, like at least within a few hours, right? But normally, at least a day or two, So I hope it makes sense. This type of indicator, as I mentioned, it's a paid indicator. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. There's a discount if you join with my promo code right there. Just go ahead and only get this indicator through the website directly from my boy Luis Paneso. So let me know what you think, guys. If you have any questions about this indicator, please let me know, and I will break them down for you probably in part 2. All right, this is just part 1, explaining what you can do, how you can trade with this indicator. I'll probably be giving you more examples as we go on. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.